Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. This is our second week being hosted by the Lake Sunapee Protective Association, looking to maintain the quality of this beautiful lake and gem in our region since 1898. Today, we'll visit with June Flichter, the Executive Director of the Lake Sunapee Protective Association, and learn about their new Center for the Lake Studies. Ken Holmes, the project manager of the construction of the Newberry Fire Station, will give us a tour of the facility as they button it up and start working on the interior. Riverway manager Sue Mills will join me here to tell us about the Sunapee Harbor Riverway. And we'll close with our good friend Carly Bascom of the New England Healing Sports Association telling us about their COVID-19 friendly mileage challenge. But first, a few words from the good businesses that make your Yankee Chronicle possible. Please stay with us.
Warner's Main Street Bookends has been your community bookstore since 1998 and voted Yankee Magazine's Editor's Pick Must-See Bookstore. Bookends is a full-service store offering a huge selection of current fiction and nonfiction with children's book selection, toys, and games. Bookends has a huge card selection for all occasions, along with Main Street Marketplace and Gallery in the attached barn. 100% solar, Main Street Bookends of Warner is building your community one book at a time.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. Now is the time to have a highly trained H.R. Clough technician perform an annual maintenance and inspection of your gas or oil system to help you avoid a failure in the dead of winter. Call now to set up an appointment. Call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back. I'm Abby Peel. One of the jewels of our region is the folks that take care of our Lake Sunapee and the surrounding watershed, and they have been at it for over 100 years. To learn of their mission and their updated facility, we're joined by the Executive Director of the Lake Sunapee Protective Association. Hi, June.
We began in 1898, so we've been around for a while. But the mission is to preserve the environment in the Lake Sunapee region, not only the lake, but the land, because the land does affect the water resources. We're an environmental education and research organization, if I might do this. We've been in the building here for about 10 years, and it's similar to, when you move into a house, after a while you get to see what the pros and the cons are. And there were a couple of issues here in the building as it was, an 1889 house with a barn attached. It was wonderful. However, it wasn't the best visitor experience. So the layout in the main floor really needed to be straightened out. So one of the benefits of the new renovation is that people can come in, they have their own space, it's clear how to get to the office manager or the staff without interrupting classes or workshops. That's huge. Another issue was that we had one meeting room, what we called the harbor room on the first floor, main floor. And it was getting to the point where you couldn't schedule classes because you might have a workshop. And we have more and more research teams coming to LSPA. We were beginning to be like a small research field station. Another benefit of the renovation, besides straightening out the flow, if you will, of the main floor, is that we have a classroom plus the harbor room, plus a small conference room, so that we can serve more groups more often without interrupting. Where we are right now was the upper floor of the barn, and the cupola would leak, and we'd have to shovel snow to clean up so it wouldn't leak. And the walls were so thin you could actually see the outside. Not friendly space for much of anything. So now we have turned it into an insulated, full-fledged classroom, and downstairs we'll still have the harbor room for workshops. We are having more researchers, as I mentioned, coming to Lake Sunapee. One of the reasons is that we have, the organization has a strong data set dating back to 1985 and even the 50s and 60s. That data is important for researchers today who are trying to understand how lakes work and the effects of, for example, climate change on lakes. So Lake Sunapee is perfect. Another improvement that we did was downstairs in the garage basement level, we have a small, call it a water lab, and we wanted to go green. So we now have and will complete our solar additions. We have some new ones and we'll have more solar panels in the springtime. Along with that, the new HVAC system has a much better airflow, just coincidentally, and it's that better airflow that a lot of schools are struggling with. They don't have great airflow, a lot of older buildings, when you think about something like COVID. Also, I did want to thank all our generous donors for allowing us to do this renovation. LSPA is over 100 years old, and we firmly believe that this renovated space will be beneficial for the organization for the next 100 years. So I want to do a shout out to our donors. If you'd like to know more about the mission of LSPA, go to our website. There's a wealth of information there. There are also some webinars because we've been doing more online story hours and so forth, and there's a host of information about almost anything you'd want to know about the lake. So you can do that. You can become a member. It's minimal cost, and you get our biannual magazines or newsletters and all other benefits by protecting the lake. Also, you can call us or email us and sign up for the Flash of the Beacon, which is a monthly online newsletter that we send out with just all sorts of neat facts and information.
There are lots of ways for you to become involved in helping protect our beautiful lake area for the generations to come. Please plan to visit and use the programs when in-person events resume. When we return, Ken Holmes will give us an update and tour of the construction of the Newberry Fire Station. But first, these words from the good folks that make your communities the great place they are, the businesses that support us, and the organizations you use and love.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more, with more frequent major weather events. Don't say again, I should have installed a generator. H.R. Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel. For the last year, we've been following the approval and construction of the new fire station in Newberry. Let's join Ken Holmes for the latest installment.
Well, welcome back to the new Newberry Fire Station and the progress on our new building. As you can see, there's folks working on the roof structure. That's what they've been doing for the last few weeks after the masonry walls were completed. They're trying to clean the ice and snow off, which has been a little bit of a task the last few weeks in preparation for getting ice and water shield on the roof, and that will allow work on the inside to continue. So in the last few weeks, they've been putting all of the roof trusses on both the apparatus bay area as well as the administration area. And just a couple of days ago, a crane lifted the prefabricated or pre-framed cupola into position. You can see the copper roof and actually the mast for a future weather vane on the cupola. But all of that roof structure has taken many weeks to accomplish because there's a lot of it, and of course winter makes it a little tougher. The last time we were together, I was reviewing all the concrete and masonry work, and that work has all been completed with the exception of the slab in the apparatus bay area. So we're now inside the apparatus bay area. To refresh everybody's memory, this is a 3-bay drive-through fire station. So we have 3 overhead doors on that side and 3 overhead doors behind the camera. This is considered to be the hot zone of the fire station, meaning this is where people are wearing their fire gear and may have some hazardous materials when you come back from a call, and all of that is to stay on the hot side of the fire station. We have some equipment rooms here behind me, and then on top will be a mechanical mezzanine where we have mechanical equipment that serves the building. As you can plainly see, we have winter still inside this space, and we have not yet heated the ground to take the frost out and pour concrete, but we hope to get that done in the next month and a half. If you follow me, I'll bring you through to the administrative wing. So this is where the public would come into the public vestibule, transact business at the transaction window, be that a fireworks permit, a burn permit, or what have you. And then if they need to, they'd be entering into the administrative area through that door. This is our radio room and administrative office area. You'll note that there's or will be a window that allows us to see into the apparatus bay area. That's a 2-hour firewall, so that's special glass that can handle the heat in the event there's a fire. Through kind of the main lobby corridor area, this is our largest single room area, which serves as our new emergency operations center for the whole town of Newbury. It will also serve as our training room, both for our in-house training for our own people, as well as area mutual aid training. So it's one big training room with an equipment storage closet for tables and chairs and computer equipment. And then this will be a small kitchen area that will include a refrigerator, a range, sink obviously, refrigerator, and lots of coffee. So then we have our fire chief's office, which is right next to our radio room and right off the main lobby. And then we have our corridor, and you can see the door is open into the apparatus bay. So this is really the only access in this part of the building between the fire apparatus bay and the administrative area. We have a men's room and a ladies' room, and then even a further rear part of the building that houses some additional offices and a day room for the firefighters if they're here during a long shift, and a couple of offices and storage area, as well as a janitor's closet at the end, and then an exit door in the event we need to get out this way to the other side of the parking lot. And that's really the administrative space in a nutshell. So that's our progress to date. We'll continue making progress over the next few weeks and look forward to showing you where we're at then.
Thanks, Ken. Wow, what a change from our last visit. When we return after these messages from the good folks that make Yankee Chronicle possible, I'll be joined by Sue Mills of the Sunapee Harbor Riverway, an organization that is here to preserve, protect, and improve our beautiful and unique lakeside harbor setting. Stay with us.
There's a big difference between a big box store and a LaValle Middleton building supply. When you're a local store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of.
And the possibilities are endless.
If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. Now is the time to protect yourself from the potential rising costs of fuel. The H.R. Clough Smart Pay Plan offers you the very best price. Call and talk to one of the expert staff about the right plan for you and your home. Call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. We're hosted today by the Lake Sunapee Protective Association. Joining us now is Sue Mills of the Sunapee Harbor Riverway, another organization that focus is to maintain another aspect of the Lake Sunapee region. Let's learn of their mission and work right down the hill from where we are. Hi, Sue.
The mission is to preserve and enhance our lakeside village, and it was started in the early 90s by 4 local men who saw what was going on in the harbor and were concerned about the privatization of the harbor area, which would have included no more public use. So that's basically the story of how it began. These 4 gentlemen got together and brought in several people from the community. And one thing led to another, and they decided to sell shares of stock in the corporation, which was formed as a for-profit corporation, probably about 1992. They had 2 rounds of sales of stock in 92 and 95, and they sold over 6,000 shares to individuals and businesses in the area at $250 a share. That allowed them to have the down payment to buy the buildings, which were mostly going into foreclosure at the time. Well, we're quite proud of what the harbor looks like today. It's still a work in progress. We survive on the rent from our tenants. The Riverway, just to be clear, owns the building that houses the Anchorage restaurant, Wild Goose Country Store, the marina, and Harborside Trading. We also own the gas dock and the building that houses Fenton's Landing. There's a residence upstairs. And the River Road residence, 33 River Road. Those are the properties we own today. We also have a couple of parking lots and so on, but we basically survive from the rents from those properties. Most of our expenses are maintenance and repairs. We also pay a large amount of property taxes to the town of Sunapee, and just general operational budget. The dream of the board of directors is to have this be a viable year-round harbor. We're slowly getting there. The Anchorage is now open year-round, and in 2018 we sold the building formerly known as Pete's Shed at 31 River Road to Prospect Hill Home, and they're open year-round.
So that's the real vision, and the real goal is to draw people into Sunapee Harbor on a year-round basis. It's a work in progress. We're hoping to get there someday. We have a lot of dreams and plans and goals and hopes. We'd love to see the building known as the Livery, 58 Main Street, where the clock tower is. We recently donated that building that we had purchased from the town 5 years ago for $1. We got it back on the tax rolls for 5 years, and we recently donated it to the Sunapee Heritage Alliance for a community building. They have music and events and weddings and private gatherings and so on in that building. We'd love to see that develop into more, to attract more people into the area. We'd love to have more businesses in the area. Space is obviously an issue. We'd love to be able to tear down a couple of our current buildings and rebuild them, but funding, of course, is an issue for that. So I think that what the harbor is today, based on what it was 30 years ago, people cannot deny the transformation, and it's all because a few people had some vision and decided they wanted to improve this and preserve it for the good of the public and the locals and guests. The website is sunapeeharborriverway.com, and just all spelled out, and anytime all the information for office contact and so on is on there. I'm a solo employee. I work for a board of directors, and I technically work part-time, but I usually get back to people pretty quickly, and I think that what's happened here is nothing short of miraculous. It was a lot of people who rolled up their shirt sleeves and dug in and got it going and made it happen.
Thanks, Sue, and thank you to this group that came together to make this jewel on Lake Sunapee an always inviting public place. When Yankee Chronicle returns, we'll hear from Carly Bascom about the New England Healing Sports Association's COVID-19 Friendly Mileage Challenge. But first, let's brief you on a few of the community-minded businesses that support your Yankee Chronicle.
Warner's Main Street Bookends has been your community bookstore since 1998 and voted Yankee Magazine's Editor's Pick must-see bookstore. Bookends is a full-service store offering a huge selection of current fiction and nonfiction with children's book selection, toys, and games. Bookends has a huge card selection for all occasions, along with Main Street Marketplace and Gallery in the attached barn. 100% solar, Main Street Bookends of Warner is building your community one book at a time.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. H.R. Clough installs water conditioning systems to purify your water and add life to your hot water heating system. Now is the perfect time for one of our expert staff to evaluate your needs. For a free estimate, call H.R. Clough today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
I'm Abby Peel, the host of Your Yankee Chronicle. In the New England Healing Sports Association's continuing efforts to provide outdoor recreation activities, let's hear from their executive director about the latest fundraising endeavor. Here's Carly.
My name is Carly Bascom. I'm the executive director for New England Healing Sports Association. Last month, we held an awesome fundraiser called the Ski and Ride-a-thon. We held it right here at Mount Sunapee Resort, but we also held it virtually. And for those of you that participated, you helped us raise over $20,000 to continue our programs of serving people with disabilities out on the hill, out on the water during kayak season. So thank you very much for your participation and your generosity. It's a pretty busy season for us in the winter. So we just finished that fundraiser, but now we've got another one for the month of March. We've got our annual community challenge. Now typically that fundraiser has been a single day event where we race down the race course here at Mount Sunapee and we compete against other community members. With COVID, things have been a little bit different. We've now made it more accessible to folks to participate throughout the entire month of March, and we're calling it our March Miles Madness. How it works is you register. You can register as an individual or a team of up to 4 participants, and you try to track your mileage every day of physical activity, whether it's skiing, snowboarding, running, hiking, biking, snowshoeing, you name it. If you can track it in miles, you can participate. So that helps it so that folks can participate all over the country, whether you're in Florida biking or whether you're here at Mount Sunapee skiing or snowboarding. We want you to compete. There are prizes at the end of March, and every registrant also gets a t-shirt for their participation. If you'd like to participate, you can register. We have rolling registration right now throughout the month of March. Even though it's past the 1st of March, you can still register. You can do that on our website at www.nessa.org, or you can find the registration link on our Facebook and Instagram pages, New England Healing Sports Association. If you'd like to participate in other ways, maybe you're not up for the challenge of getting your mileage in, we are also selling t-shirt sponsors to local businesses, and you can purchase a t-shirt sponsor, get your logo on that t-shirt, and like I said, every registrant is gonna get a t-shirt at the end of their participation after March 31st. So your logo will be nice and bright on the back of that t-shirt. So Nessa is in the business of getting anybody with any challenge out on the hill or out on the water. So no matter what your physical ability is, we like to pride ourselves and say that we can get anybody out on the hill enjoying a good time. You can sign up through our program by going to our website, www.nessa.org, or you can give us a call at the office. Our phone number is 603-763-9158, or you can shoot us an email at info@nessa.org. As a community, the whole goal is to rack up as a team 10,000 miles by the end of March. So 10,000 miles in 31 days. Let's see if we can do it.
Thanks, Carly. What a great effort to keep their programs available to a broad group of users. I'd like to thank the good folks here at the Lake Sunapee Protective Association for hosting us these last 2 weeks. Next week, we'll be coming to you from Beltate's Building Products in Andover to learn about products they provide and the good services and facilities to help you make the best building and decorating decisions. Don't miss our live game of the week at ycnnow.com as we head into the semifinals and championships of boys and girls basketball. Check out our YCN News Facebook page for the most up-to-date schedules. All our games replay at 12 noon and 5 p.m. on Sunday and Mondays on WYCX or on demand anytime at ycnnow.com. Check out other outside television programs of original shows featuring the most exciting extreme sports from rock climbing, biking, water sports, and of course skiing. I'm Abby Peel. Join us here at the same time next week for another edition of Yankee Chronicle. Stay safe, everyone.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
There's a big difference between a big box store and a La Valley Middleton building supply. When you're a local store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of. And the possibilities are endless.
If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.